Hello, and welcome to the Futon Talks Game of the Generation Awards. We're hoping that you just came from our last episode, which was about the games of the year, but while these were originally one episode, they grew to be way too big. It ended up being like 4 hours, so we decided to split them, not only because it was long, but because we want to make sure we give the PlayStation 4 the send-off that it deserves. That all being said, we thank you for listening. We hope you enjoy the Futon Talks Game Awards.
So that's our games of the year, but I was going to go down games of the generation of the entire PS4 catalog.
This isn't just
Top
the
10
end of 2020. This is the end of the PS4.
Which is crazy.
I know.
It was only 7 years ago that it came
Into our lives.
and now it's gone. Not really.
Pretty much.
Apparently Horizon 2 is going to be out on it and God of War 2 is going to come out on it.
Here's the thing. Sony, I know you're listening. Alright? You saw what happened with Cyberpunk. Let go. Just let go.
Yeah.
Just let it be a PS5 thing. You know? Don't force it. Just I know the money smells so good. But just let go.
Let it be.
Let it be. As John Lennon would say, just let it be.
Yeah. So, do you have this list? Or do you want me to just go through mine?
Of the games of the generation?
Of the generation.
Oh, baby, this is so important. We got to go back and forth. What's your 10?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Ooh, that fell pretty far down the list.
Yeah.
You hear that, gorilla?
It's a great game. I love the story.
How interesting.
And it's actually the gameplay that doesn't really stick with me.
Ooh, I am the complete opposite.
I know.
Because for me, this story does not stick the landing.
Mm-hmm.
I have some fast ones for you. But should I wait until it gets to my spot in the list?
Sure, let's wait.
Okay, we'll wait for my spot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have a lot to say about Horizon.
Also, I don't care for the name Aloy.
Wow.
I don't know why.
You know where Gorilla's from? Like what country they're from? Like Eastern European, right?
No.
They're like Finnish.
I mean, there's like a Gorilla Cambridge.
Well, they got shut down.
Yeah.
After.
Gorilla's just, I think, London, right?
No. Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Why does that matter?
I don't know. Just think about the word Aloy.
I think of aluminum.
But she bonds the two cultures together, Chris.
You're right. I didn't even think about that. That's perfect.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But no, I don't love the name either. Because you can't have a nickname with Aloy. You can call her A. You can call her Loy.
A lot of the side characters I didn't like either.
I pretty much only like the Sun King. And he's not even really a character.
I like the one character who's trying to kill you.
Who's that?
It's
There's
that
so many.
bounty hunter that you find, and he's like, "I'm gonna kill you one day." But if you like talk to him, he'll become an ally.
He's a nice dude.
Yeah.
I liked the I feel like you would not like him. I feel like you would hate him.
Is it the boy who like has a crush on you?
Oh, does he have a crush on you?
I don't know.
No, he's
the awkward kid.
I wouldn't even call him a kid. He's like a man. He has lamb chops.
Oh.
From the tribe I can never remember the name of. Starts with an O. They're from the Mesa.
It's been so long. I don't even remember this person.
People in the audience will remember. I like him a lot. I just thought he was a nice dude. But for me, it is interesting, though, that, yeah, stories where this game falls flat for me. I just don't think it's as good as everyone said it was.
It's beautiful, though.
It's beautiful, and the combat is just so...
Some of the combat is just a little... Nah. I like the big battles with the T-Rex robots. Or yeah, the big mechs.
Yeah.
The Velociraptor thingies are
the Watchers.
Yeah, the Watchers. Yeah,
So
I just know them by their actual the dinosaur names.
That's awesome.
Like the biological names.
Oh yes.
But this game, it took place in Colorado or Utah.
Both. It's one of those things.
I thought that was so cool.
I thought that was awesome. I didn't even know till I read it somewhere.
Well, yeah, I remember just reading
you get told in the game.
You get told in the
game
through
audio logs and whatnot.
And I thought that was really cool, and it made so much sense.
I agree. I thought it was awesome.
But are we moving on to number 9 or to your... No, you're not. You're number 10.
You're going to be really happy about my number 10.
I don't think I am.
It is Golf with Your Friends.
Oh my gosh.
I love this game.
I knew I wasn't going to be happy.
So Golf with Your Friends is a game by Team 17. They're the people that make the Worms games.
And Overcooked.
And Overcooked. Just as controversial games, I think. Some people love them, some people hate them.
Mm-hmm.
But this game was really important to me just because of how it bonded my family. It's like one of those games we would just play whenever someone new came over. And so when I first met my sister's boyfriend, and now they're very tight. They've been dating for almost a year now. His name is Cody. I didn't ask him if I could do this.
Cody.
Get over it, Cody. He came over.
Hey, remember that one kid from seminary, Cody?
I don't.
The long blonde hair and like...
Was he like, did he not care at all?
Poopy pants. Yeah.
I don't remember this guy.
I just remember being like, every morning, be like, hey, Cody.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
He like disappeared.
Yeah, he disappeared. Like, he was a good kid, too. Like, nothing was wrong with him, I don't think.
No, he was a nice guy.
He just didn't want to be around.
If you're out there, Cody, come home. No.
Come home.
But
your parents are worried sick.
They're so terrified.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. But Cody, I feel like we all really bonded with each other playing this game.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first moved in with my in-laws in Idaho when I was working there, we all played this game together, and the same thing happened. Where I just felt like I really bonded with everybody.
How competitive was your dad with this game?
He's hyper competitive. He's as competitive as he is with everything else.
That's
in his life.
awesome. I want to see your dad like get angry over.
Dude,
everybody loves golf.
Look, man, I'm telling you, you don't get it. But there's a lot of games I've recommended to you that once you've played them, you've been like, your eyes have been opened.
I want to see your dad turn it into Everybody Hates Golf.
But that's impossible. I'm telling you. You are going to come over. You're going to play this game with my family. Yeah. And you're going to understand the beauty.
That's fine.
All right, that's number 10. It deserves to be number 10.
Okay.
Horizon Zero Dawn should be kicked off your list.
And it should be Everybody Loves Golf.
No, it's Golf with Your Friends.
Oh.
Everybody Golf is a different game. It's number 11. Just kidding. It didn't make it on the list. I do have an honorable mention, by the way.
What is it?
A game that I didn't feel like I could put on the list because I didn't play it all the way through.
Okay.
It is Death Stranding. A game that I've put 20-something hours into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm about halfway through.
Yeah.
And I love this game. I just think it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
It could have easily won the award for most beautiful game if we did that award. But that award doesn't exist, so you get nothing, Kojima.
Yes.
Just like you got nothing for Metal Gear 5. But yeah, so that's my honorable mention. And that's number 10. And I have a couple fast ones for you.
Sure.
You ready to catch some?
Yes.
It'll be hot because they're going so fast.
Good.
All right. Sheep or Holy Hand Grenade?
Is this from
You don't even know what that means.
Golf?
Yeah.
Sheep.
That's a good choice. It's more powerful. Full Throttle or just a little tap?
Just a little tap.
Interesting. Cannon or Windmill?
Windmill.
I like that. It's classic. Mini Golf or Real Golf?
Mini golf.
Every day. Play Worms or play golf with your friends?
Golf with your friends.
That's the correct answer. Platinum Golf with your friends or drink Sam's dirty bathwater? The dog Sam.
What's the trophy list like?
You don't get to know.
It
could be horrible. Or it could be fun.
I mean, I have to platinum. Everybody loves golf.
I mean, I could have said platinum like anything and you would have chosen platinum.
Yeah. Unless it was...
It's the allure of the platinum.
Yeah. I'm a little rat for those things.
You have a problem, Chris. This is actually an intervention. An elaborate ruse.
Unless it was like platinum, an unpatched version of Cyberpunk 2077.
Like, that would literally be impossible.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'll move on to the last one. It's an important one.
Okay.
Portal Golf or Volcano Golf?
Like Portal from Valve?
Yes. Like there's portals that lead to different places. Or
I like that.
Golf.
Yeah, Portal.
It's a trick question. They're the same thing. If you had played the game, you would have known.
Okay.
should feel horrible.
I don't.
You will when you play it. But that's my top 10.
I like it. Wait.
Or that game.
That was your
is
fast
all of
ones.
Them. Each stage gets one of the places.
No, like, what?
That's my 10th. That's my 10th. All right, tell me your 9th.
Persona 5.
Whoa.
This is a great game. And I can't wait to play Royal, which I've heard is way better. But
that blows my mind.
It blows my mind, and it makes me so excited. So,
this is another game I got about 5 hours into, and then just got distracted.
Well, after 120 hours plus, you will have beaten the game.
All right, only 115 more.
Yep. This game is such a joy to play and such a joy to live in. I think it's in Shibuya. Shibuya. It just has a fun story. You know, you're a bunch of high school kids, but it's the meshing of high school life and this dungeon crawler.
Yeah,
that make it just really cool. And I almost prefer the high schooling part of the game.
Yeah, I've heard that people
over the dungeon.
Yeah,
over
they love the life sim.
But I mean, come on, the music is so great. How could you not play this game for 120 hours?
I feel like you could just watch the menu for 120 hours.
I probably would.
It's like a comic book.
Yeah. But it's a great game. And
I think that's a great choice.
Something I didn't platinum. Something else came out at the time, I think, and it just would have taken an extra 20 hours. I didn't feel like platinuming it.
20 hours.
I think even more. I think it was going to take an extra 50.
That's insane. But you're going to platinum Royal Edition?
Yeah, I heard you just really have to play that game once.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's nothing where you have to
do
multiple playthroughs. Yeah. Actually, I think it's more because they add a whole nother semester.
Oh, perfect.
And I think there's only 3 in the original, so it's, it's quite a bit.
That's a lot of game.
What's number 9 for you?
Oh, my number 9 might surprise you.
Oh?
Oh? Not in the same way as the last one, though. You won't be disappointed. You'll just be surprised.
Okay.
My number 9 is Uncharted 4.
Hey.
Okay. That's right. It's an interesting game. I talk a lot of crap about Uncharted. If you stay around, you'll notice that. It's a movie. But I've said that. I'm not gonna kick a dead horse. Okay?
Why not?
They can't give. I don't know.
Okay.
It'd be kind of gross, maybe.
Yeah.
You don't kick it in the wrong spot.
Hey.
But no, I like the Uncharted games way more than I sound like I do. And Uncharted 4 is a great game. It's beautiful. I love the story between Elena and Nathan. I think it's really nuanced, and I think that Uncharted 4 is easily the best one. And we'll talk about that again, I'm sure, as we do our episodes on Uncharted 4. I mean, on all the Uncharted games.
Yes, we will.
But I love Uncharted 4, even if I don't sound like I do. So I'm sorry, Neil. We can be friends again. Although I will give you one more criticism, Mr. Druckmann.
What's that?
What's the deal with that dog? In the end of the game. The post-credit scene.
I don't remember the dog. What's wrong with the dog?
It's hideous.
Dogs are hard to do in games, bro.
I'm just saying. If Call of Duty Modern Warfare can do it, you should be able to do it.
Yeah, but that's like a big dog.
Your dog is ugly and you should feel bad. I'm going to make that dog the thumbnail so everyone can put you to shame.
I can't wait to see it when we play that game again.
Oh, yeah, in like a week. But yes, the dog. Feel bad about the dog, but I got some fast ones for you.
Oh, I like fast ones.
They're really fast.
Okay.
You better be ready.
So ready.
Here we go, Nathan.
Oh, this is the word association?
You should have been quicker. That's right. This is the think quick.
Drake.
That's very good. Sully.
Mustache.
Ooh, I thought you were just going to keep saying their names. Sully. Sullivan. All right, Nadine. What did you say? What did you think? Spit it out, doggo.
Kung Fu.
What? I get that.
But actually black.
I knew you thought black.
Because I think she's the only black character in the whole series.
Yeah, adds a little flavor.
We can't keep that in.
Why?
I don't know. I feel dirty.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. She's a beautiful black woman.
Yes, she is.
And that's okay.
A little masculine.
Victor is more than his mustache, and she's more than her blackness. That's okay.
I think she's a little masculine.
She's a little masculine.
I think she and Chloe have a thing going on.
I'm pretty sure they do. Just fine, because I want Chloe to get away from Nathan.
Yeah, I don't like Chloe.
Yeah, I suck at Chloe. I hate you. Alright. I'm going to start adding my responses as well. Sorry, this hasn't been quick, though. Alright, Rafe.
Oh. Snot.
Snake. Alright, Sam.
Brother.
Sam, he's our man. Alright, Elena.
The first one that came to me was not pure, but...
Dude, I thought pure.
Yeah, pure.
I thought Grace. That's my wife's name.
Yeah.
I'm glad you thought my wife's name. But it's the idea,
Yeah,
like,
it's just
our wife,
wholesome.
Wholesome, exactly.
Wholesome.
That's pretty much the word I got. I love that. All right, Chloe.
Slut.
Dirt. I'm joking. Sorry. Just dirty, like oh, I don't want to. It's like a dirty T-shirt.
Yeah.
That made it worse. I got your favorite character now. You ready? Lazarovich.
I have too many bad words for Lazarovich to say.
I can't put these words on the show.
But what's the word? Just
my word is blue.
Blue. Yeah. I think the best word I can give for Lazarovich, annoying, is the first one that comes to mind.
Dang. Wonder how you'd feel about that.
Not very good.
He'd probably engage in a boss battle with you for that.
Yeah. He'd probably, try to throw blue balls at me or something.
Oh, man. Here we go. That was beautiful, Chris. Yeah. Thank you so much for that.
You're welcome.
All right, what's after that beautiful display, I would like to know what your number 8 is.
Bloodborne.
That was quick.
Yeah.
Very good decision, I think.
Yeah.
I'm interested it falls so low.
It's just,
meh.
I don't know. This is
I don't think it's a wrong placement. I just think it's an interesting placement.
Everything I like about Bloodborne. I like how you're not making classes. You're basically building your weapon up as its own class.
I love that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I have tried every weapon.
Yeah.
But the Hunter's Axe was the only weapon I mained in that game.
That's so interesting.
I love the Hunter's Axe.
See, I agree, but in a different way. Mm-hmm. Just in that I used one weapon, and I just always came back to it.
Okay.
And it was the worst weapon. The whip. The whip cane.
Whip is cool.
I love that one. I love that weapon.
And I liked... For me, the whole game is about aesthetic.
Oh, yeah.
When you play Dark Souls or Demon Souls, you're changing your gear to suit your needs. In Bloodborne, I put whatever I wanted on.
Exactly. No, same, dude. Because I feel like in Dark Souls is a desperate struggle, but Bloodborne, there's a fashion component.
Yeah.
You need to look good.
You need to look really good.
There were many times where I would use stuff that wasn't even that good, just because I liked the way it looked.
And I looked really good when I got the platinum.
And we both know that I would be delicious.
It would be. This game also had a lot of really cool elements, but things I didn't like were the blood vials.
See, I love the blood vials. I don't like Estus flasks.
I like Estus flasks because I can always count on them. The blood vials you have to farm, and I do not like farming.
If you were good, you wouldn't have to farm.
See, I wasn't good. But
I just like that I can have 20.
It's I do like that you can have 20, but there's always a thing where it's I didn't want to go into a situation until I knew that I could do it comfortably.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
One of the coolest parts of the game is the dead man's insight. So the more you have of it, the more you see.
And the more difficult.
Things become. That was so cool.
What a cool touch. And it doesn't tell you.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I love that Bloodborne.
Sometimes you could just die if you have too much.
Yes, I love that.
So cool.
What an incredible game. Mm-hmm. No, I think that it deserves a position.
It deserves a 10. Remake, if not a sequel.
I would love either. I just want to play more Bloodborne. And I don't say that about a lot of games.
Yeah. And Bloodborne plays so differently from other games in the From Software echelon. A lot of them are hide behind shield or strafe left or right. In Bloodborne, if you want to win, you have to go just gung-ho.
It's a very aggressive game.
So aggressive.
And I enjoy it a lot more.
Unless you're fighting Father Gascon.
That was one of my questions. I want you to pronounce whatever the father's name is. Which you did it. You did it great.
Thank you.
I don't know if it's Gascioni.
No, I think it's Gascon.
I just call him Father Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli? or guy at work. There's a guy at work, Gary, who says Ghirardelli, but he says Garibaldi. Garibaldi.
Father Gascioni.
I will say, I beat the Cleric Beast. I beat Father Gascon, and then I fought the Blood-Starved Beast, and that was the hardest boss for me.
That's why everyone tells me that.
But then after that, everything was a breeze.
I feel like all the bosses in the middle and end of the game are easy.
I feel like
the first ones are way harder, and it's not because you're better. It's because they're just more simple. At least that was my feeling.
Simple. I feel like the Blood-Starved Beast was the proving grounds for the rest of the game.
It's much more aggressive in the way it's
going zigzag patterns, and
you can't just hit it.
Throw stuff at you.
Yeah,
like acid,
as one does.
Yeah, I remember that being like just the hardest boss. But then after that, you fight Vicar Amelia, I think, is the next boss, and it was easy peasy after that. Like I felt like after the Blood-Starved Beast, I just understood.
You know who actually gave me a hard time?
Who?
Technically not a boss, but the Crow, Eileen the Crow.
Oh, really?
She gave me the hardest time. I just got lucky.
She fell off the ledge for me.
No.
Yeah, she ran up to me and fell off the ledge and died.
Oh, did you fight her on that ledge?
On the roof.
You didn't fight her where Vicar Amelia was?
No.
Because I fought her there.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you could even fight her there.
It's if you don't save her friend.
So, I saved everybody.
So I didn't save somebody, and so she got angry at me.
Okay.
And so she went to pray. And then murder me over and over and over again.
There's also just I love... What's it called again? That cosmic horror.
Oh.
What's the guy?
We're supposed stupid Lovecraft.
Lovecraft.
The Lovecraftian. Yes. I love it.
Cosmic horror.
Everything about cosmic horror, especially in this game.
And it's one of the neatest games. Like, one of the key items to the best ending in the game is an umbilical cord.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just a really cool game.
And that's just wild. Like, who would have thunk?
Yeah. And the whole Dead Man's Insight thing, you can see the Cthulhu beast, like, hanging on the walls. And then the Daughter of the Cosmos is one of the coolest looking bosses, and just the idea of her is so cool.
It's a great game.
Great names, too.
Oh, yeah. Just that's how I feel.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I agree.
Want to hear my number 8?
Yeah.
I think that you'll be a little bit surprised by this, perhaps. I don't think this game made your top 10.
Let's see.
It is Control.
No, it didn't make it.
That's understandable. This game spoke to me. This game's world is my favorite game world.
Really?
Which is a very bold statement to make. You breathed at me very disappointingly.
No, it's... I don't know how to put it. There is something about it where it's like... It's... Remedy games are the Twin Peaks of video games.
Very much.
Where it's nostalgic, but it's a little off.
How much of the collectibles did you read? The emails, the memos?
I don't think I read hardly any of them.
And see, for me, I probably spent So in the game, I spent 20 hours.
Yeah.
Not a giant amount of time. I spent probably 5 of those hours reading.
Wow.
Like, a long, long time. But it's the only game I've ever played where I read every single thing I picked up. I just loved it. And I've always been a big X-Files, Twin Peaks guy.
Yeah.
Anyway. And so just this, the idea of this, like, bureau that's covering a bunch of stuff up, and it's all a bit creepy, but it's really grounded in reality and, like, alternate dimensions. I just lapped it up.
This is one of those games that needs a sequel.
Yes.
That explains and expands the world more.
For me, it was like, what a great first attempt, but definitely the reason it can't go higher on this list is that there were huge flaws. There are big cracks, right? I mean, it probably ran at 15 frames per second at times. It was bad. Sometimes you can pretend it's slow motion, but it's not. It's the game not being able to handle what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And the story really fell flat. I mean, have you ever seen a game or a movie do so well with its world building, but just fall on its face with the story like this?
Yeah.
Never before. Which is why, Chris, my fast one for you is for you to explain the story to me.
I feel like Inception could be like a case for Inception could be made for that.
As like a sequel, like there should be a sequel.
No, like world building, and it's great, but the story kind of just falls flat.
I like the story a lot in Inception.
Oh, I can't wait to talk about it one time.
We got to do a movie.
Okay, give me your fast ones though.
All right, the fast one is.
Was it only one?
There's just one.
Oh, okay.
I want you to give me an elevator pitch.
Mm-hmm.
For Control. But it's for the story.
Wow, it's been a while since I've played Control. This is going to be interesting.
Don't worry. If you'd played it yesterday, you wouldn't understand the story anymore.
I think I understand it. How much time do I get?
You get 20 seconds. You get
That's a long time.
It's a long elevator ride.
Okay.
I want you to pitch me Control, but specifically its story.
Specifically the story.
Yeah, you don't get the fun stuff.
Okay.
Like the combat, which is cool. You just have to pitch me the story. So one second, let me grab a little timer. And here we go. Let me know when you're ready. Or I'll tell you when to be ready.
Oh.
That way you're on my time.
Yeah.
It'll be a little bit easier. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
So you're a woman who goes to the secret bureau that does these crazy investigations, and she becomes the head of the bureau after he commits suicide. And then you're looking for your brother through all these memories, and you find out that you are your brother.
That was beautiful.
Was that 20 seconds?
That was 18 seconds.
Oh, I could have done 2 more seconds.
You bamboozled it.
Was that right?
No.
No.
Kind of. It was right until the end. You're not your brother.
I know you're not your brother, but it's so vague and confusing that
other than that, it was perfectly correct.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are.
But you're looking for your brother.
You are looking for your brother.
And then you find him.
You find him.
And you're the same person.
Kind of. He may or may not be possessed.
And he may or may not be a figment of your imagination.
Yes, and it's just not very well done. The worst thing is that it just ends on such a low.
Yeah.
You have all this crazy stuff.
It needed a concrete ending. Like a ribbon. Like a bow,
Yeah.
To tie it all off.
It needed like 5 more hours to explain what was happening.
And it could have used it easily.
It's not a long game.
No.
I remember finishing the game and being like, it's over?
Maybe the DLC is something to go back to. Yeah.
Ooh, we should do a What Did I Miss on that.
Yeah, because we both missed it.
Yes. More Control.
More Control!
But yeah, I love Control. So it would have ranked higher if the story was more coherent. But it's beautiful, and I love the world building. So that's my number 8. Thank you for your elevator pitch. I thought that was awesome. Can you tell me what your number 7 is?
The Last of Us Part 2.
Ooh, hello. That's pretty highly ranked.
Yeah.
That's good.
I know what this game is wanting me to feel, so I'm not so upset by my expectations.
Yeah.
It's like, I know what they're going for, and I did feel it, and it was anger and hate towards this other character.
Yeah, towards yourself, because you are heavy.
Yeah, pretty much. And this is, obviously we're just going to be spoiling all of these games that we're talking about. So.
Yeah, sorry guys.
Yeah, so.
If you're still here 2.5 hours
Joel gets a golf club to the head.
Sorry.
Which,
How ironic.
Like, this is one of the most beautiful moments in the game. It was Joel dying.
Yeah.
But it's messed up.
Bad beautiful.
It was bad beautiful because it made me, it felt like my heart was being pulled out of my chest. And like, I just felt sick to my stomach because it was really graphic and visceral and grotesque. And they didn't hold any punches.
Yeah.
And that is probably the best way to do it. Because I hated Abby. And I was totally involved and ready for Ellie to go kill everyone.
Yeah.
Even if it made no sense at all.
Mm-hmm.
Because she killed your dad.
Yeah.
He's basically your dad.
Yeah, and they didn't do it in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, they did it right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
They should have just killed Ellie there.
Oh, yeah.
It made no sense why they didn't. But you need a story, so
I know.
you need to play the game.
They did the exact same thing, which Joel did to Abby, essentially.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, good thinking.
You left survivors. So
I think that's a worthy number 7, though.
Yeah.
I think it is.
It's probably the most beautiful game I've ever played.
Interesting.
It's technically probably the most superior game I've ever played. Just with all the little touches in combat and just the world around you working. And the voice acting and the motion capture is amazing. Like I've said, that final chapter makes up all of the downfalls that the game has. Even though, honestly, I prefer Abby's campaign to Ellie's.
I've heard it's more fun to play.
It's more fun to play. It's just as long, but it doesn't feel as long because you're going to different locations. And it has, like, these really cool set pieces. Like...
That's when you fight, like, the Rat King, right?
Yeah, that's in Abby's.
Yeah.
And that's...
It's insane.
Like, I remember seeing that for the first time and being like, whoa. Like, I was scared. It reminded me of... It wouldn't have made my list, but this is my honorable mention. Inside.
Really?
It reminded me of the monster at the end of Inside.
Yeah.
Like, what you become, pretty much.
What you are on the inside.
But yeah, I think Inside would have been there.
That's a good honorable mention. I forgot I played that game.
But yeah, this game was really good.
I'm glad.
I didn't care for the music like a lot of people did.
Really?
It's just the same as Last of Us Part 1.
Last of Us. It's more Last of Us.
The pacing was pretty much the only issues I had with this game. And yeah, that last chapter made up for it, and they left it at a cliffhanger. So I hope we get a part 3 and can finally end the story of Ellie. I'll give you my prediction.
Give it to me.
I'm probably gonna be wrong.
You were wrong last time, so
I was, but I would like to think that. I mean, it's going to spoil it for you.
Well, I know everything that happens.
Oh, you know?
In Last
Okay.
of Us Part 2, yeah.
I'd like to think that Abby did find the fireflies,
and
you have to play as her to get Ellie to be the cure.
Ooh, hello! I like that.
And it kind of just goes full circle, and Ellie finally goes through with it, and I hope Abby and Ellie become friends. Actually,
that'd be great.
I think that'd be a good ending.
I think that would be a good ending. It would actually feel good, which would be nice.
Yeah, I want to feel good,
Neil.
Because the first game is about love, the second game is about hate. You have the third game be about forgiveness.
Yeah, I feel like
sacrifice, maybe.
Sacrifice, forgiveness, true love. I feel like we could talk about that for hours.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, do you have any fast ones for me, or would you like me to?
I'll save them for the very end.
Oh, I like that. We'll end with some good fast ones then.
Yeah, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Spiderman.
Spiderman.
I love Spider-Man. Great game. I think that it could have benefited from some awards, but it's one of those games that's just, it's good at everything, but I don't think it doesn't excel enough in one specific area to get an award, I guess.
I agree.
But it's a great game. Great all-around game.
I feel like
Spider-Man. when you play
Spider-Man. It makes you feel like Spider-Man.
It makes me feel like Spider-Man.
I feel like this game... I don't know how to put it, but I feel... Going back to it in the remaster, I feel like it's a little too long for what it is.
That's interesting.
And I feel like it overstays its welcome if you're doing collectibles.
Yes, and I don't think that's the way this game should be played.
There are so many. And like I was playing it and I was like, I forgot. I only have half the collectibles unlocked.
I know.
Like there's another half that you unlock halfway through the game.
Can I read you one of my notes for it?
Please.
Memory of game sullied by the collectathon at the end. So yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
That's one of the things that holds it back from going higher.
I agree.
It's one of those games that's almost perfection. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like it's almost in every category. It's like a 9 or an 8 everywhere. But it just never brings itself up to a full 10.
You want to hear something?
Tell me.
I think Miles is better.
I know you think that. And we are going to do an episode on Miles.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't finished it, but I am fascinated to see what I think at the end of it. And I have some fast ones for you that have to do with that.
With Spider-Man?
With Spiderman?
Give it to me.
Oh, one more comment. I think that the Spider-Man video game,
yes,
a little, it has a couple pacing issues. Just a couple. But I think that it is the best Spider-Man movie ever made. And it is not a movie. But it's my favorite Spider-Man story.
It is. It's a great story.
And, I think it's for me, it's tied. I take back what I said. It's tied with Into the Spider-Verse. Very different.
Mm-hmm.
Very different stories. But it's one of the best Spider-Man stories.
Yeah, I agree.
Now, let me give you some fast ones, okay?
Okay.
If I can get to it. Here we go. Thwip or swing?
Swing.
It's a trick question of the same thing.
Okay.
But I like that. Thwip or swing, you swing by thwipping. I enjoy that. Tobey Maguire or Andrew Garfield?
Toby.
That's right. That was the correct
That was the easiest.
You hear that, Andrew? Question. I know you're listening. Tobey Maguire or Tom Holland?
Tobey Maguire.
I agree with that. Contestable, but I agree. Video game or movie?
Video game.
Miles or Peter?
Miles.
Great choice as well. They're both great. Spider-Verse or any other Spider-Man movie?
I mean, when you put it like that, I mean, I don't know, because, like, I would rather watch Spider-Man 1 through 3 than Spider-Verse.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even close.
You're crazy.
And I love Tobey.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Okay?
Apparently not.
I do love Tobey. Tobey, if you're listening, I love you. But no, Into the Spider-Verse is so much better. It is almost a perfect film.
Spider-Man 2 is better.
Whoa.
Spider-Man 3 is better. Spider-Man 1 is better.
Everyone just turned off the podcast because of that statement. Spider-Man 3 is not better than Into the Spider-Verse.
Maybe not. I like Miles Morales as a character more than I like Peter Parker, so maybe I would like Spider-Verse more. I've only seen half the movie.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know.
Okay, that's the first episode we're doing, because you missed that, Chris.
Like, I didn't miss it, though.
You didn't finish it.
I did. I did miss it.
Oh, I can't believe you haven't finished it.
I fell asleep.
Oh,
it didn't work.
That's Job's fault, not the movie. Yeah. Don't blame Miles. Dang, you haven't seen it?
I've seen half of it.
All right, we're doing an episode on that. We're ixnaying Batman because of this.
Okay.
This is your fault. You
Sorry.
did this. Gosh. I don't even want to finish these questions. All right, here we go. Favorite suit? This is the last question.
Oh, favorite suit?
Yeah, your favorite suit.
Do you have options for me, or just do I...
Evidently, it's not your favorite if you can't remember it.
Of just Peter Parker suits, correct?
Of all the suits, Miles included.
Oh, okay. I don't think that changes anything.
I know, that's why I didn't say it.
I loved the Tobey Maguire webbed suit a lot.
It's a great suit.
And I love the Iron Spider suit.
Cool suit, dude.
So cool. Do you know which one I'm talking about, though?
The one that has the Iron Spider. It has, like, the legs come out of the back of it as its power.
Yeah, but which one?
I like the one from Infinity War.
I don't like that one. I hate that suit. I like
that's
the all
you're
red.
A contrarian. You just don't like.
No, I love the all red with the gold spider and the gold goggles.
Well, that's cool too.
It's great, and it it's my favorite suit in the Spider-Man game.
That's good.
Yeah. You can only get through the DLC.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's a good one, though.
It's a great one.
I mean, my favorite is...
I like the symbiote suit as well.
That's good, too.
Specifically the one from Spider-Man 3.
Hey, man, Spider-Man 3 is a good movie. I like the Tobey Maguire suits.
Mm-hmm.
And I admittedly really like the black suit that you make at the end of Spider-Man, the original one. The one with the yellow spider.
Oh, that one's awesome too. Yeah,
I think
you're
that's
right.
such a cool one.
The anti-ox suit.
The one on your poster.
The anti-ox suit.
I love that suit. Yeah, the anti-ox suit. And then I love, granted I haven't used it yet, so I can't really speak to it. But in the videos I've seen, I love the Spider-Verse suit.
In Miles.
Yeah. That runs at like 24 frames. That's so cool.
So you can do that with any suit.
You can do that effect on any suit?
That's just a power, like a suit mod.
That's so cool.
Yeah, it is really cool. I wish they put it in the remaster of Spider-Man so you can do it with that Spider-Verse suit.
That'd be cool too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. I love those suits. But those are my fast ones for Spider-Man.
I like it.
Tell me what your number 6 pick is.
God of War.
Ooh. You don't know what to make of my ooh, do you?
No.
I'm going to keep that to myself. It's all a secret.
God of War is... I don't want to talk too much about it. But it's a very... What's the word? Not theatrical, but... What's the word I'm looking for?
Gritty?
No. Like...
Cinematic?
Cinematic, thank you, sorry. It's one of the most cinematic games I've ever played.
Mm-hmm.
And like having that first fight with the stranger was so crazy.
Oh, it's so
And then
good.
even like the ending with the like you're fighting on top of the serpent.
Yeah, it's so cool.
It's so cool.
I'm a huge God of War fan. I love this game.
God of War fan.
Huge.
I want to live in that world. That world is so cool. Besides the
and all that.
giants killing people and everything.
Yeah, besides all the death.
But yeah, I mean,
very respectable choice.
Yeah, and I can't wait for the sequel. And that game had one of the coolest endings.
Such a great ending. Want to spoil it for the kids?
Yeah, let's spoil it.
Thor's there. I did it too quick.
Wow. I wasn't even talking about Thor.
Oh, what were you
I was talking about when...
Loki?
Yeah, when Atreus is like... She kept talking about this guy named Loki.
Yeah.
Oh, and you find out that Atreus is Loki.
So cool.
It's so cool.
And
it's just a beautiful scene because like the credits start rolling as you're walking down the steps of... Jotunheim, yeah. But such a cool game.
I can't say enough good things about God of War.
The only thing sucks is the fast traveling.
Yeah. That brings
that whole like weird blue realm that you're in.
I don't know what the deal was. Like, they should have called, number one, it's called slow traveling. It's essentially what it is.
Yeah.
You're just traveling. You could just boat over there. It is not
the boat
fun.
And having, what's his name?
Mimir.
I
love Mimir.
Mimir's such a good character.
There's just I love God of War.
Yeah.
And we'll talk
about it. And the
axe
is so cool. It's such a cool idea of having like this axe that is a boomerang. Pretty much.
Yes.
Or you can just call it back.
You know,
it's like Thor's hammer.
You want to know the thing I don't like about this game?
The Chaos Blades?
It's a ripoff of Breath of the Wild. Because in Breath of the Wild, you have a boomerang and you can throw it and it comes back to you.
Alright. Calm down.
Hate that. I hate this game.
What's your number 6?
Let me look. My number 6 is... I wonder if you'll guess it. You already said it. It's Bloodborne. I can't wait.
Hey.
This game came out of the blue. You know, I talked about it before. Totally took me by surprise.
Mm-hmm.
But I was completely lost in Yharnam. I loved this game. And this is the game that sparked my longest, like, YouTube binge of, like, watching exclusively Bloodborne content.
Like lore videos from Vati Plays or whatever?
Like from, like, VatiVidya.
VatiVidya, yeah.
And other guys who would just rank the bosses.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, I don't even care if I agree with what you're saying. I just want to hear someone talk to me about Bloodborne.
Yeah.
So, I loved what this game did for me.
Mm-hmm.
It like opened my world. But let me toss you a couple
fasties,
fast ones. Oh darn it! I don't have any fast ones for this one.
Oh.
My fast one was just to explain the story. But I don't like that.
That's really
I feel like it's too hard.
That's a long answer.
Yeah, that's like a 25-minute video.
How about this?
Tell me.
Old Yarnum or Cathedral Ward?
Cathedral Ward.
Okay.
I like Cathedral Ward a lot.
Wet Nurse or Daughter of the Cosmos?
Daughter of the Cosmos, because Daughter of the Cosmos puts up a fight.
Yes.
I did not like the Wet Nurse. Margot's Wet Nurse just so easy.
Yeah.
Sorry to anyone who died to Margot's Wet Nurse.
She was really easy. The Old Hunter or the Moon, the Blood Moon thing. What's it called?
I know exactly.
Child of the Moon, or
it's like Blood something, but it's the Moon.
Yeah.
Beast.
The Moon. Yeah, Moon Beast.
Moon-starved Beast.
Yeah. There we go.
I'm combining it now with the Blood-starved Beast.
It's something like that, though.
It's what I'm talking about. It's the one you need the umbilical cords for.
Yeah.
I would say Old Hunter because it's like a real final boss.
Yeah.
It's harder, so I would say that.
I agree.
Tell me, Hunter's Axe or Saw Cleaver?
Hunter's Axe.
Hunter's Axe or Cane Whip?
Hunter's Axe.
Hunter's Axe or anything else?
Hunter's Axe.
That's right. I'm proud of you.
There's one weapon that's in the DLCs, and it's like the sawmill.
Oh, I think I've seen this.
It's a crazy weapon. People love it. I don't like it.
Really?
I don't like how it plays. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm just a Hunter Axe guy all the way.
Well, Hunter Axe boy.
Trying to think of any other ones really quickly off the top of my head.
Favorite boss?
You go first. I need to think about it a little bit longer.
I have a soft spot for the Cleric Beast.
Okay.
I just love him, Like, it's so funny to look back and it was, like, so difficult. Mm-hmm. And then once you finish the game and you're in New Game Plus, it's like, this is easy. It's a cakewalk, you know? So, I just like him. He's a good guy, And his entrance jumping over the wall. And so, Cleric Beast is my answer. I love him.
I'm about to go with Daughter of the Cosmos.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I really love the Temerian Queen at the end of the Chalice Dungeons.
Oh, I've never fought her.
She's not hard. She's just cool.
Oh, that's nice.
I just like the idea of fighting her.
Yeah.
I think there's one more, if I can think about it. I mean, the Old Hunter's really cool.
He's great, too.
You don't fight the doll, right?
No,
you never fight the doll.
I don't think you can ever fight her. Which is good.
I'm trying to think. Oh, there's the one with like the little aliens at the university.
Oh, that boss. Gosh.
I like that boss.
I hate that boss.
I don't know why. I just like how they look.
I understand why you like it.
Yeah.
But I do not.
Oh.
You know what boss I hate?
Is it the king on the roof?
No, it's the spider. You sounded like you almost died.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't remember her name. She's a spider, and she throws spiders at you. And
yeah, I didn't like her.
I hated that boss.
That's the one they have to like jump down off the roof, right?
It's really beautiful, but it does not make up for the mental damages.
No, you're right. The one I really had a tough time on was the one at the Castle Lothric, I think.
Oh, the king at the top?
Yeah, I hated that boss.
It's not fun.
He's not fun at all.
No.
Yeah. Enough talking about Bloodborne.
Yeah. We don't want to talk about you anymore.
What, we're on 5?
Tell me you're 5.
Resident Evil 2.
Ooh, that makes sense. I understand that.
This game is one of the tightest games I've ever played. It's
not a wasted second.
Not a wasted second. Not a waste of imagination or creativity or detail. It's It's a game if, like, when you want to get the platinum and you gotta speedrun this game in an hour and a half or 2 hours, you have to know everything.
Yeah.
And there's just all these little things that you can do to make your speedrun faster that I didn't even, like, playing through it the first time, I'm very slow and methodical.
Yeah.
Picking up everything I can, doing all the puzzles, but then doing that speedrun, you, like, I remember I had to, while sprinting, aim without using a trigger, like just making sure that the camera angle is right, to quickly aim and shoot to stun a zombie just to run past it.
Yeah.
So I never killed any zombies. I just stunned them to get past them. So you're juggling all of these different aspects of the game, and the game just keeps throwing more and more at you. Like first it's just the zombies, and then you got the heavy zombies, then you got the lickers, and then you got Mr. X. It's just all these different things you have to juggle around. And it just makes for a really tight game. That's the word I think of the most when I think of this game, is just tight. Tight. It's yeah. And it has a lot of content for what it is. For some reason this got DLC and 3 didn't.
Really? I didn't know that. That's interesting.
It had like the Ghost Survivors, so it's like you played 4 different scenarios, and then it just had other modes like the Tofu Mercenaries, or the 4th Survivor where you play as I think Agent Hunk.
Oh,
so it's just all these cool
little
things. Yeah,
a lot of stuff in the package,
and just having the ability to play as Claire or Leon. And they have story A and B, so it's different every time. And
yeah,
you have to beat the game 3 times to get the real ending. So it's just a cool game like that.
A lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah,
I like that.
What about you? What's your number 5?
My number 5 was Horizon Zero Dawn.
Hey, give me your fast ones.
My fast ones for Horizon Zero Dawn are this or that ones. So tell me, bow or spear?
Bow.
Karja or Nora?
What?
Karja or Nora?
Explain those to me again.
Oh no.
It's been a long time.
The Karja are they're one of the tribes.
Where are they? Are they the desert ones?
Yeah.
And
but
what?
not they're the Mesa.
The Mesa?
They're the ones who used to enslave everybody.
Okay, who are the Nora then? Is
the
that
Nora
the one
is
from
Aloy's tribe.
Nora.
Ooh, hello. Fight a crab walker or go to bed early.
Crabwalker was, which one was that again?
Oh, I hate it's the ones that have like the storage containers on their backs, and they have like a taser that they shoot you with.
My gosh, yeah. I would fight the Crabwalker.
I'm proud of you. I'd go to bed early.
Okay.
Or fight a Ravager or fight a Stormbird? Big dog or bird?
I like the animal, or the mechs on the land. I hate fighting the flying mechs.
Me too. They're not fun
I just
to
hate
fight.
Fighting flying enemies that I can't, like, if I can't fly, I don't want to fight them.
I agree.
I feel like they have such an advantage over me.
I don't like how high they are in the air. I don't like that feeling. Well, then this is an easy one then. Stormbird or Rockbreaker?
Rockbreaker.
I hate Rockbreakers. But I also hate Stormbirds. Tell me, Rockbreaker or Thunderjaw?
Thunderjaw.
Right? They're awesome. I love fighting Thunderjaws. Now, last question. Which machine would you most like to keep as a pet?
Are they full size?
Oh, yeah. But they're nice to you. They're nice to you. They're not going to murder you.
Thunderjaw would be great.
Go big or go home, baby.
Like,
no one's going to tell you to, like, stop your Thunderjaw from barking.
Oh.
You're not going to get any complaints from your neighbors.
Yeah, exactly.
What are the cops going to do?
And just go to work on a Thunderjaw. I don't have to go to work anymore. People pay me now.
Dude, that's true. They'll just pay you not to have your Thunderjaw
They would pay me just to see my Thunderjaw. Take pictures with it.
This is genius.
Yeah.
We need to get a Thunderjaw.
Or a Stormbird so you can fly for free.
Then I'll fight the other flying birds. Finally on their level.
What about you?
For me, I'd probably a Watcher.
Yeah, they're cute.
They're so cute.
They're really cute.
I feel like people would pay to see a Watcher too. Not as much.
No, it's the most pointless mech.
Tell me.
It's the ox that you ride, the horse one.
Yes.
I hate those.
They're stupid.
They're really stupid.
You know what the best thing is though? When you'll be minding your own business, like hunting an animal.
Yeah.
Or hunting a machine or whatever. and you'll be like holding your shot, and you're just about to let the perfect shot loose, and then a strider just comes and like shoves his horns up your butt. You like fly out of the grass, and then like a bunch of animals try to murder you.
Yeah.
Many a good plan has been ruined.
The one mech that gave me the most trouble was like, it was modeling after a saber-toothed tiger.
Yeah. Are they scrappers?
They might be.
Or is it a Ravager? Ravagers are pretty big.
It might be the Ravagers. Those always gave me like trouble.
Oh yeah, they would murder me. And in the DLC, there's like special Ravagers.
Yeah. That's why I didn't play the DLC.
Pretty much. It's the first thing you fight. And as like a high level character, it was still super hard.
Yeah.
So I agree.
I loved fighting the legendary red Thunderjaw.
The legendary Thunderjaw. That one's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this game.
Good.
That's my last
That's 5.
My last little thing for it, but...
Do you have anything else to say about it?
Just that the story fell a little bit flat for me.
I think you fell a little bit flat for the story.
Dang, I feel... that might be true, I don't know. We might have to go back and revisit this game. Like when Forbidden West is coming out, I'd like to do an episode on this.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Because I want to understand what I missed.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, what's your number 4, I guess now?
Dark Souls 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Look at you big boy.
You might be surprised that it's higher than Bloodborne.
I am a little surprised. Granted, I haven't finished Dark Souls 3, so I really can't speak to that, but... interesting.
I like... Dark Souls 3 is the perfect combination of Dark Souls 1 and Bloodborne. For me. It has like the lore aspects of Bloodborne, but the world building of Dark Souls 1. Mm-hmm. I do like the medieval parts of it a lot too.
You nerd.
Yeah. It feels like it's just a really dark fantasy book.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you know. And if it wasn't for the DLC, this wouldn't be on the list even.
Interesting.
It's the DLC that makes this game.
I feel like DLC in general does not actually elevate a game.
Usually it doesn't.
I'm really happy that it did such a good job here.
It's because in the Dark Souls series, there are things called painted worlds.
Yes.
And in the DLC, you meet this girl who paints all of the painted worlds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you like have to stop her father, who's like enslaving her, I think, into making these worlds. Mm-hmm. If I remember correctly. I don't know. It's a little vague, but it's like there's a character named Gale. Who you just meet in he's kind of just like a passerby.
In the base game?
In the base game, yeah. If I remember, yeah, I think it was just in the base game. And you just see him, he's like, oh, okay, he's just this weird guy who's praying to this altar.
Huh. Yeah.
And like when you get to a certain point in the game and you do the DLC, you are taken to this place called the Ring City. Or you talk to Gale after you do the first DLC, and he takes you to the Ringed City.
Oh, okay.
And the Ringed City is like this fortress, basically, or a prison. It's a fortress protecting someone, but to that person, it was a prison.
Yeah.
And it was like this princess who basically kept the entire... She kept the facade going.
Yeah.
For everyone.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just a really beautiful story that I don't want to get into because it would just take a long time talking about it.
When we do our Dark Souls 3 episode, we'll have to talk about it.
Yeah, so maybe I'll save all this.
In like 3 months.
In 3 or 5 months.
Yeah.
But to whoever's played it and knows this, I mean, you guys know.
He just gave you a knowing nod.
Yeah. It's a very special DLC that somehow elevates a really good game to being like one of the best games.
Even greater.
It's just even greater.
That's super cool.
I have no fast ones for you yet, but there might be some at the end of the show.
Ooh.
What's your number 4?
My number 4 might be a little bit controversial. Is Modern Warfare / Warzone. I feel like they're one.
They're one.
And that is because as a package, I'm not sure there's a game that gives you more bang for your buck. Literal bang, 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 right? But no, it was my favorite COD campaign, which I know is a controversial opinion. I know people don't agree with me, but this COD, in my opinion, had the best Call of Duty campaign we've seen in a long, long time. And it's my personal favorite of all the Call of Duty campaigns. I think that the multiplayer is the best multiplayer I've had since Black Ops 2, which I personally think is a really big high. And then I think that Warzone, just, what a phenomenon. You know, what a crazy giant thing. I remember that, you and I played probably just Warzone alone. We've put in hundreds of hours.
For sure.
And so I just think that it wouldn't be fair to look past this game just because it's a multiplayer. You know what I mean?
Oh, of course.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And so I think that this game has had a huge effect on my life. And also just, it's better than people give it credit. So I think it's definitely my number 4. One of the better games.
This game filled a certain hole for me that was empty for a long time. I forgot to mention this game in the games of our youth, but it came out in 2010, and I did get it on release date, but I'm not going to put it in our games of our teens. I'm just going to say it now. It was Medal of Honor 2010.
Oh, yeah.
Which, I love that game. People hate that game, but it was...
Is that Warfighter? That's Warfighter.
No, it was the one before Warfighter.
Oh, okay.
But that was like Modern Warfare, but a more realistic version of it. Mm-hmm. Not so much blockbuster movie.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible stuff, you know? It was very visceral and grounded. And I loved it. It was really controversial because it was like in the game, you played as the Taliban in the multiplayer. And you had IEDs and you had like these disposable cell phones you were using. And it was just really grounded and just crazy like that.
Yeah, I remember how controversial it was. Because it came out when I was living in Japan.
Yeah.
And the NEX and the different stores for the military refused to carry it because of that. So it was a big deal.
Yeah, like people wouldn't sell it because you could play as Taliban.
Which is interesting since you play as terrorists in every other game. They're just not real terrorists.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's interesting.
But that game came and went for me. But Modern Warfare was that game again for me.
Yeah.
Whereas that high intensity, grounded, visceral, really just really intense. And like when you're using your weapons, your character is the master of this weapon.
Yeah.
And it just felt so comfortable using all these weapons. It wasn't stiff. It felt very natural.
It's one of those things where when you talk about it, you just want to go play it.
Yeah.
I just want to play Warzone.
Modern Warfare pre-Warzone was very different. It took itself very seriously. And that was like one of my favorite parts about it.
Yeah.
And Call of Duties tend to do that. Like World War II, pre-launch, like in the beta, was my favorite version of that game. And then it just started taking itself less and less seriously.
Which hurts it, I think.
Yeah. And like Black Ops 3 or Black Ops 4 began taking itself not seriously at all. And it just sucked. I didn't even touch the multiplayer because you could play with like a unicorn submachine gun. Why? That would shoot rainbows, you know? But then Warzone came along and it just took the world by storm. And it took us by storm. Like, that's all we play.
If we play anything together, it's just Warzone.
Yeah.
We'll just talk about whatever. But we're playing
Warzone.
It's
so fun.
There's not a bad part of the game.
And there's like nothing, there's no better mixture of like fun, action, and tension.
Oh, yeah.
You know? Like when you're sneaking through a house and you hear people's footsteps, it becomes like a horror game, you know?
Oh, it's such a good game.
Yeah.
So I personally think it deserves a spot in the top 10. So
I'm glad you put it there.
It's the 4th for me. What's your number 3?
Ghost of Tsushima.
Ghost of Tsushima.
I've talked about this game a lot. I won't go into it anymore. You just go your number 3.
Okay. I wish I had fast ones for you for that. But
I'll give you fast ones at the end.
Oh, perfect. Save them for later.
Yeah.
A little treat. All right, let me tell you. My number 3 is Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice.
Hey.
It is really hard for me. I almost wanted to make this my number 1, but I don't feel like that would have been fair to the game and to the other games because of the lack of polish that exists in this game. This game affected me really deeply, but there are definitely parts of it, like its combat and just some of the design decisions that I think hold it back from true greatness.
Talking about this, it reminds me of the Gemquisition.
Yeah?
Do you remember this?
I've never watched his thing on this.
So, he gave the game a 0.
No.
Because there was a game-breaking bug in it. And I remember it was like really controversial, for him at least. And it was like the first time I ever noticed the Gemquisition. And I don't watch him or listen to him at all, but I remember seeing that. And there's like midway through the game, he got to a point where he couldn't get out or proceed because he forgot something like in another area
that he needed.
Huh. And he couldn't restart whatsoever.
That's weird.
Yeah. So he gave it a 0.
Well, I think
the game is short enough that you can just restart it.
Yeah, Jim, it's just 6 hours. Like, I don't know. I think that's overkill.
Yeah. But it just reminded me of that.
But, you know, because I want to be fair, I think there's other games that are simply more polished. But this game, easily one of the greatest games I've ever played. I love this game. Changed my life. It's fantastic.
Nice.
I'm trying to look and see, do I have any... Oh, I was going to ask you, what was your favorite part of Hellblade? Well, first, I guess, when did you play it?
Oof, I don't know that. I don't know that at all.
Because I played it Christmas, pretty much, of 2019. Look it up real quick? Yeah, go ahead and look it up. And I can talk about my experience with it really quick and what was my favorite part. So I played this, and it was the first game that I played on my PS4. I hadn't played anything else, hadn't booted up Call of Duty, hadn't played Spiderman. I played this game with my sister because I thought she would enjoy it. Mm-hmm. It's a really dark game, but it's a game that ultimately, in my opinion, just is very hopeful, and I thought it might be helpful to her. And this game is just so powerful. And I criticize the combat, but I also really like the combat. Mm-hmm. It just feels very gritty, and I like the puzzles, and it's just paced perfectly. Doesn't waste your time. It's only 6 hours, and my experience playing it as my first game back to video games was perfect. And I think it set me down a really good path. But my favorite part, I think, is the ending. When you are fighting your way to Hela. Mm-hmm. Because it just feels so... You're so angry. You know, you just want Senua to get what she wants so badly. Yeah. And I just really identified with her. And I felt really connected to her. Yeah. And I love when you're going through the platforms and fighting all the people, and the odds are just so stacked against you, and you're so hopeless. It doesn't matter, though. Yeah. No matter how little hope you have, you continue. And so I just love that about Senua, and I love that game, because for me it's so hopeful. So, nice. But what was your favorite part of the game, and when did you play it?
So I played it, I got the Platinum, October 11th, 2017.
Oh, a while ago. Pretty much right after it came out. I believe it came out in 2017.
Did it really?
I think so. I don't think you missed it for very long.
That's interesting. Okay, well, cool. Because I thought I got it on like a PS Plus.
Let me look. But you tell me what your favorite part was.
My favorite part that I remember is entering Helheim. Oh. I remember it being... Oh, okay, wow.
August of 2017.
Maybe I did buy it. It must have only been like $20.
It was cheap immediately.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that I don't think got the attention it deserved.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, entering Helheim. Because it looks so dirty. Yes. And grimy and just disgusting.
So real. Disgusting, dirty.
Yeah, it's... Because Helheim is supposed to be like hell, right?
Essentially, yeah.
Or like purgatory.
Pretty much.
It just felt like this would be it. Just...
Accurate. feels
you're
so
in
real.
like
yeah.
It's like you're drowning in mud covered in thorns.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it. So yeah, that's my favorite. It's the most I can recollect right now. I didn't like the bosses too much.
Ooh, I
like
love
Surtur or whatever that guy's name is. Like, they were cool. You know what? Maybe I did like the bosses. It's been a while.
We need to replay that game.
Yeah, we
should.
should.
Oh man, I love that game.
But
yeah. Let's have you tell me about your number 3 pick. Your number 2.
The Pathless.
Oh, mister. Look at you.
Yeah, I won't go into it anymore. So we'll go your number 2.
All right, let's look at my number 2. Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Ooh.
Love this game.
Baby.
This game, it just ticks all the right boxes. It's not just the story. It's not just the gameplay. It's not just the visuals. It's not just the music. Almost everything about this game is perfect. If it just didn't waste my time on stupid levels, it probably would have been my favorite. But I love this game. It really comes down to tiny nitpicks that separate the top 3. But I love this game. And I've got a really fast one for you. All right?
Yes.
I'm going to name a couple characters, and I want you to tell me the word that comes to your mind.
Oh.
Sephiroth.
Sword.
Sephiroth. That's what came to my mind. Barrett.
Barrett, machine gun.
Oh yeah, machine gun. That's what I thought too. Don Corneo.
Is he the... He's the guy that you pretend to sleep with, right? He's like...
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's like you fool him.
You fool him. You fool. I'm a man.
Childish.
Ooh, slimy.
Slimy, that's good.
President Shinra.
Conniving.
Tokyo.
Okay.
Sorry, Tokyo. Professor Hojo.
I don't think I know who that is.
You need to play the game.
You're right, I do.
Stick. I don't know why. Cloud.
Cloud? I mean, I think of a cloud.
Angst.
Like lightning.
Ooh, lightning. That's a good word. Aerith.
Healing.
Waifu. Tifa.
Boobs.
Sad. I hate Tifa. Jessie.
Childlike.
You flirt. That's the words that come to my mind. Oh, Jessie. Stop that. He's supposed to marry Aerith, Jessie.
That's right.
Get away. That's what I think when I think of Jessie.
Okay.
Now tell me about your number 1. Do you want me to guess your number 1?
Sure. I think you'll get it.
Dude, I'm not sure I will. I have no idea if I will. I feel like the more obvious picks are stolen from me. It can't be from 2020. Because The Pathless was the top for 2020, but it's not the top for this.
Oh, look at you, Mr. Columbo.
My name is Sherlock. Sherlock Holmes. So it's before 2020. Is it Fallout 4? I'm just kidding. It's not Fallout 4. I feel like it'll be so obvious the second you say it, and I'm just going to kick myself so hard.
You want me to say it?
Just say it.
Death Stranding.
Oh, yeah. That wasn't hyper obvious, but I should have noticed its curious absence from the rest of your list.
Yeah.
That's a good one. I think Death Stranding's a great one.
It's, I've said it to you a couple times, I think. It's one of the most important games to me. And it's the game where I feel like I could play it for hours. Or it could be the only game I ever play ever again.
Really? That's wild.
It's... Because, yeah, you're just Norman Reedus delivering packages.
It's like real life.
It's like real life, but it's like you see all these other structures and things that are other people that they built, you know?
Yeah.
And... I mean, the soundtrack is beautiful in the game. The game is beautiful in of itself. And there's just like I hate sounding like this, but the way I can think of it is like the game has such a beautiful spirit to it, you know?
Well, I understand.
And I feel like I want to be there. Like, my spirit belongs there.
You want to be in the United States of America.
Yes.
No,
what is it? The United.
I totally get what you are saying.
What is it? It's the United.
It's something else.
Not colonies.
I don't know.
I forgot. It's been a while.
But
it's a year.
But yeah, America.
And the game is like pretty campy.
Oh, it's very campy.
But it has a lot of deep meaning to it.
Oh, baby. I got a quick, fast one for you, though.
What you got?
If you were a character in Death Stranding, what would your name be?
So, like
a Kojima name. Like Die Hard. Man. You know what I mean? Tell me 3 things about yourself. You think a lot. You're a thinker. And something obvious. You have red hair.
I would be like Chris Redwood.
But you'd have to add something stupid, some stupid suffix.
Oh, what would my name be?
You'd be like Christopher Redwood Man, but like not man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Something else on the end.
Yeah,
but yeah, I'll go with Redwood Man.
Bark.
Redwood Bark. Barkwood Man.
But yeah, like that's like that game has the feeling. It's like playing the feeling that I feel when I smell the rain.
Yeah. I felt like you were going to go into song there.
Yeah.
Just for a moment. Maybe. I really like that. Maybe. When I smell the rain.
It's like when I talk about the nostalgic feelings I feel when I play Resident Evil or Call of Duty, and it makes me think of autumn. That game is me playing those feelings out, it feels like.
Yeah.
Like those are... It's just how I feel. It's like it's home for me.
Yeah. Playing
that game in a weird way. And yeah, I think one day we'll talk about it when you finish it. Someday. But
I'll finish it.
It's definitely an important game for me, and it's also kind of it's one of the only games that like my wife watched me play.
Oh really?
Yeah. So it was nice, cool. And she was super invested in it too.
That's awesome.
So it's just something that we kind of enjoyed together, and I remember like beating it, and she was watching it all the way through, and it's just an important game to me.
That's awesome. I love that.
Thank you. What's your number 1, buddy? Unless you have anything to say about Death Stranding?
No. I've just been sitting here thinking about the names you could have. Liquid Rain. Rain Man.
Let's see, there's like Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam Porter Bridges. That's very Man. Simple. Die Hard Man.
Die Hard Man.
I just love that name.
And then there's Hard Man.
Of course. And then there's some that are normal, like Amelia Bridges.
Yeah.
And Fragile.
Fragile. Oh, I have such a crush on her. I'll be honest.
You'd be Thoughtless. Thoughtless Rain.
Stupid, stinky, poopy butt. That's your name.
Your name would be Respawn Entertainment. No, your name would be...
I would be...
Thoughtful Rain Man.
No, Chris Acid Rain.
Chris Acid Rain. But there's no... But Chris and Acid are the same word. Chris Acid.
Chris Acid Rain.
Chris Acid Rain.
Okay.
There you go. Sorry for I just couldn't stop thinking about it.
What would your name be?
My name would be Stoutman. I don't know.
Define Chin Man.
Define Chin Man. That's what Kojima would look at me for 1 second and think, that's his name. No question. Liquid Chin.
Liquid Chin.
That's me, baby.
Whoa.
Hear that, Grace? Liquid Chin.
Alright, what's your number 1?
I want you to guess.
Dude, I don't know.
Really?
God of War?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right where it deserves. The top of the mountain.
I like it.
Not enough.
On the top of Jotunheim.
Jotunheim. God of War is the greatest game I've ever played. All around. It's just, the combat's amazing. The story, I'm a sucker for father-son stories.
Mm-hmm.
and the twists. It's one of the only games where I never saw a single twist coming.
Yeah, same.
It's just masterful.
Mm-hmm.
And then taking a character like Kratos and making him something relatable blew my mind.
Crazy.
And the set pieces, how beautiful the game is. It's one of the greatest games ever made. And I don't think any other game could step up to it.
No other game has, I never heard a repeated line of dialogue. Besides, the normal Atreus saying, over there,
Yeah.
But, in the boat with Mimir.
Never
heard
the same story twice, which is insane. How?
Yeah.
It's a $50 to $100 game.
They definitely made something incredible.
Well, they put in the work, and it shows.
Yeah, and just even the added on stuff like the Valkyries,
yeah,
Muspelheim, and the other one with
the other Heim, the bad one. We don't talk about
it. The workshop.
The more you talk about that, this might start falling down the list. It only got a 1 because I didn't do that part.
It's crazy. You can call the ending from pretty early on.
Yeah,
but it's fine.
But it doesn't matter.
If you have any understanding of
Norse
mythology, it's pretty easy to understand.
Yeah,
because you know how people die.
Yeah, exactly. I'd played Hellblade, so I knew that Baldur would die from mistletoe.
Yeah.
Sorry to everyone who hasn't played God of War or Hellblade. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, I totally agree.
But the world building in that game is so amazing. And just the opening, hitting start and the start screen is the beginning of the game.
So good.
It's so good, man.
It's one long take.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, I love this game. And it deserves the recognition it's gotten. And I will be there day one.
And then tying it together with the original games, with the Chaos Blades.
I didn't expect that at all.
Not at all. Came out of nowhere.
So much of this game, how is this not spoiled for me? You know what I mean? But
what? Where did I put it?
You put it on 4. It was 6.
Put it on 6.
You freaking robbed God of War, man. I'm not saying it should be your number 1, but it shouldn't be your 6.
You know what? You're convincing me. I might bump that to number 4.
Hear that, Kratos?
Because you're bringing back a lot of memories I had with this game.
So good.
A lot of emotional memories too, because we both love father and son stories, and I feel like those type of stories started with The Walking Dead season 1.
Oh, dude,
with Lee and Clementine. And then obviously right after that, Joel and Ellie.
Yeah.
I feel like the next big one was Atreus and Kratos.
No, Chris, come on. You're forgetting Lucas Kellen from Killzone Shadowfall.
You're right. But, yeah, God of War.
So good. And I have a couple fast ones.
It's a near perfect game.
It is near perfect.
Besides some faults in the traveling and the...
If it were not for the menu issues and the fast traveling, this is a near perfect game.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't say that for almost any game.
No. Yeah. I there's certain scenes where Atreus makes Kratos laugh, but Atreus doesn't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like a missed opportunity. That's I almost started bawling. No, it was when Kratos was putting his arm out to touch Atreus, but Atreus just moves out of the way, and he just retracts his hand back.
So good.
Yeah, so good.
Yeah, I love this game, and I've never felt as protective of a character as I do of Atreus when I play.
Yeah,
ain't nobody gonna touch Atreus.
Mm-hmm.
He's my boy.
It's really the perfect power trip for a father protecting someone.
Oh yeah,
if you ever
You're literally ripping people apart. to protect your son.
That's cool. I like that.
Thank you. Do you want to get the last couple fast ones done?
Yeah. Do you have any?
I have some for God of War.
Okay.
Some worthy of God of War. To start,
give it to me.
Give me your best boy.
Boy.
Oh, I love it so much. No, but tell me, if you were a Norse god, what would you be the god of?
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, yeah. Would he be a kind of a Surtur type? Or?
It can be the god of anything, right?
Yeah. I mean, the Norse were much more open. They were just like, hey, you're the god of turtles. Why not?
I would be the god of patience.
Ooh, hello. That's a big old pat on the back right there. I'd be the god of self-assurance.
I'd be the god of humbleness and humility.
No, but I think that's good, though. And that makes sense for you, too. You're a very patient person, so.
How about you?
What do you think I would be the god of? I don't know.
What would you think? What would I be to you?
Oh. I think you'd be the god of pine needles. No. I mean, once you said it, I think patience is a really good.
You want me to tell you what I think of you?
Yeah.
You want me to tell you what I think of you?
Give me a little pat, hopefully.
The god of honesty.
Aww.
Or loyalty. One of the two.
Oh, fidelity.
Yes.
I am the god of fidelity. Hear that, Grace? No, thank you.
You married a god.
A god. My chin was cupped by God. That's a story for another time, kids. But now I've just got a couple names that I'd like you to associate with a word for me.
Okay.
Kratos.
Dad.
Angry. Atreus.
Son.
Boy. Balder.
Child.
Sad. Loki.
Low key.
That was Atreus. I wasn't very. My mind's not very smart.
Okay.
Midgard.
Midgard. That's just the main hub, right? That's just
yeah.
Secrets.
Ooh. I thought dirty, but that was not correct. So I thought lonely.
Okay, I like that
Empty,
too.
lonely.
Almost hollow.
Right? It's been hollowed out by the gods. Oh, I want to talk about this game. Okay. Alfheim.
Annoying.
You. Jotunheim.
Sad.
Fields of wheat. I don't know why. Okay. I feel like it's kind of got a fields of wheat vibe.
Like a gold.
Yeah, there's gold everywhere. Mimir.
Wisdom.
Ooh. I just thought best.
Best.
Best in show.
Uh-huh.
I love Mimir.
Yeah, me too.
He's awesome. Well, that's all I've got. Those are
Freya?
all my... No, Freya doesn't deserve to be on here. I hate Freya.
Yeah.
I kind of like her, but I also don't.
Mine would be mom for her.
Oh, yeah.
She's
the perfect... She's mom. She's a quintessential
She is the mother of... Yeah.
Willing to give herself for her son. Gosh darn it, I love this game. But I know...
What about World Serpent?
Oh, what I would think for World Serpent? Rayquaza. That's what I'd think for World Serpent. But yeah, that's all. That's the end of my fast ones.
Okay, well, I got some fast ones for you.
Ooh.
Abby or Ellie?
Abby.
Abby.
What a weird thing that came out of my mouth.
Is it Abby?
I guess.
Why?
I think Abby's a better person.
I will say this. Ellie doesn't grow until the end, but Abby is growing throughout.
Yeah, Abby just seems like a really good person who obviously she makes a huge mistake.
Yeah.
Just because revenge isn't the answer. Obviously, that's
But it's like point. She learns, she definitely learns her lesson sooner than Ellie.
With Ellie, it's just like you're just banging your head on a brick wall.
Yeah.
Like she just refuses to change. So I think that Ellie, obviously, in the first game, I think is more likable. But in the second game, I actually think Abby is more
I don't
likable.
know. Abby, as a child, who's the same age as Ellie, when Ellie was a child, seems a lot nicer, too. I don't know. Because Ellie's a punk. And she's really...
she's annoying.
She's really annoying. Okay, Abby or Joel?
Joel.
Okay, yeah. Wolves or the Seraphites? Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, now I do.
In The Last of Us Part 2.
The wolves.
Wolves?
Yeah,
I like the Seraphites. But they're worse people than the wolves. But the Seraphites are really cool. With they speak by whistling and stuff. Would you rather have to fight survivors or cordyceps?
Survivors.
Yeah.
Cordyceps creep me the heck out.
Okay. PS4 Pro. Oh, PS4 Pro or Slim?
Ooh, like just from a looks perspective?
Yeah, just aesthetic.
I like your white Pro.
Yeah.
The white PS4 Pro looks good. But if it's between a Slim and like a normal PS4, it's definitely a Slim.
Yeah.
I like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
But Pro.
Kratos or Cloud?
Kratos. I'm sorry, Cloud. I love you, Cloud, but you're not the reason I like the game.
Peter Parker or Miles?
Peter.
Okay.
I love Miles, but I just love Peter.
Would you rather live in the world of Horizon or in Midgard of God of War?
Definitely Horizon.
Yeah.
It's a much nicer place to live. Midgard's awesome, but I feel like living there, I would just be torn apart by a wolf.
Is it really called Midgard?
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that what it's called in Final Fantasy VII?
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Okay.
I don't know what was happening.
I thought
in Japan.
that, but I was like, wait, isn't that?
I don't know. 97 Japan was just a weird place. And I was like, let's call it Midgard.
Shovel Knight or Cuphead?
Ooh, Cuphead.
Black Ops 3 or Modern Warfare?
Modern Warfare.
Cold War or Black Ops 4?
Black Ops. Oh,
I think that one's pretty easy.
Cold War.
Yeah.
I don't like either.
So, Jin Sakai or Sekiro? Which character do you like more?
Well, I don't know enough about either of them. I'll say Jin. I like Jin's mask.
I agree with you.
His ghost mask is dope.
Norman Reedus or Mads Mikkelsen?
Ooh. I love Mads Mikkelsen.
Me too.
I just love his performance and everything he's in. I love Mads.
Yeah, he's perfect. Naughty Dog or Santa Monica?
Santa Monica. Screw you, Neil. Sorry, Neil.
Yes. Kojima Productions or Bluepoint?
Bluepoint made me play Shadow of the Colossus, and I'll never forgive them. So,
okay.
I'm going with Kojima.
Okay. What's your favorite remake of the generation?
Favorite remake?
You want me to name them off to you?
This is a baby answer, but I'm probably going to go Demon's Souls.
Okay.
I've only played 30 minutes of it, but it's amazing.
Yeah.
So I'd say that.
Okay.
Because I feel like God of War is less a remake and more a reimagining. It's a sequel.
What's your favorite studio?
Like
of all of them.
Company?
Yeah. Favorite developer. What's your favorite one?
Favorite developer.
Of all of them.
You know, before I played Killzone, I might have said Guerrilla.
Oh, no.
Sorry, Guerrilla, you lost. Oh, man, that's a great question. It's not Insomniac, because I don't like any of their games that aren't Spiderman.
Yeah, who has the most... Yeah, who's the best one?
Who's the best? Who's the best? I know they're all quivering in their seats waiting for my answer.
That's right. They're all waiting for Josh.
Man. Santa Monica. I've never played the original God of Wars.
But God of War
is just so good. It'd have to be that, because I don't like a lot of the other ones. They have games that I don't like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like Infamous. Yeah. And
this can be like PC or Xbox devs too. Would it change even?
Probably not.
Yeah,
not
me neither.
And it couldn't be FromSoft because I've only played Bloodborne and I don't like Dark Souls a giant amount. So
yeah.
I think it's only fair. Santa Monica. What about you? Giant squid.
Yeah.
I mean, Naughty Dog is up there. I can't, no matter how much I'm mean to them, they are very good.
They are very good at what they do.
Yeah, you know, Uncharted, Last of Us.
Third-person action games.
They're great. So.
And
weirdly, like, Infinity Ward is in there?
Yeah, I can see that.
They just make a lot of good Call of Duties.
Shoot. I didn't even think about this before when I was making
put you on the spot there, didn't I?
A
lot of people like Rockstar.
I don't care. I don't care.
Their games have never really been the giant, the biggest draw for me. Hence them being in neither of our lists.
Yeah. You know, I might have to go with Capcom.
Oh, that's fascinating for Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
I mean, they may make some good moves.
Though, when I think about the studio that has made the most entertainment for me and the most consistent is probably Capcom. You know?
I don't think that's a bad answer. I think that's great.
But what should be remade next? What's the next big remake for you?
Now, I think this is going to be an interesting answer to start off with. I think people are getting sick of remakes.
Okay.
But I'm the kind of person that I missed a lot of these games.
I love remakes.
I love remakes.
So I like to think of it as what the creator intended the first time.
Right? I mean, if technology was holding them back, I want to see what they can do now.
Yeah.
So I personally am a big fan of remakes.
Mm-hmm.
But what game would I want remade? Like a total remake.
Any of them.
Any of them.
Anything. Call of Duty. Doom. Uncharted 1.
Dude, I don't know. You're putting me on the spot like this. I'm trying to think of like PS2 games or like Nintendo games. Oh, do you have an answer?
I don't think I do. First thing that comes to mind is Bluepoint doing Dark Souls 1.
Yeah. In the style of Demon Souls. In that it just the same engine, make it beautiful.
Yeah, just make it beautiful and just make it more grotesque and serious. Like,
make it disgusting.
Much darker than it is. But you know what? I'm gonna go with Spec Ops The Line.
Really?
I want Spec Ops The Line to be remade.
That's a really interesting choice.
It never will be remade.
Oh, no.
I want it to be.
I know the developers that worked on it have sworn off the series.
Like Dead Space. And obviously Resident Evil 4, but that's being remade.
Yeah, that's happening. You don't have to wish for that.
You know, I'll go, it's either Dead Space or Spec Ops.
I could see that. I think those are great answers. For me, I mean, I think we're going to have to revisit this. Yeah. Give me some time to really think about it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we could do a whole episode on that. Like games that should be remade.
Oh, that'd be a great episode.
And then we could like do a pitch.
Hey,
don't steal our ideas.
Don't do it.
Well,
they can't if we don't publish this. And one final one, kind of, is what studio do you think has the most potential for this generation of the PS5? Which one has the most potential to have the best, biggest hitters?
Best, biggest hitters.
Or just the most potential to just knock it out of the park.
Most likely or most potential?
Most potential.
Oh man, it's just so hard to choose. I mean, my mind immediately goes to Bluepoint, which is a weird choice, I think.
Yeah. I think that's a good choice.
Simply because of what they've done with Demon Souls.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy what they've done. I mean, already they're miles ahead of every other PS5 game.
Yeah.
So I think they've got a lot of potential. Obviously, Santa Monica. They've shown what they can do with just a PS4. What are they going to do with the PS5?
Yeah, with the Ragnarok.
Yeah,
which is what it might be called, or
Ragnarok.
Fimbulwinter is another one that I saw floating around.
That'd be cool. And then the last one is an obvious one. It's Naughty Dog.
Yeah.
I'd love for them to put out something happy, which sounds weird.
Yeah.
But I want to see a little bit more Uncharted.
More Uncharted.
Or a completely new IP.
That'd be kind of cool too.
I think that they could do something.
I want them, what if they did a space game?
Ooh, that could be interesting.
But I feel like there's going to be too many, sci-fi games coming out soon.
I feel like that's the next trend.
Yeah.
Although, can I tell you the game I have the most, or that I wish the most hope for? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
The game that I hope hardest to be good is the next Mass Effect. I don't have faith. But, I don't think it will. It might be. Maybe they'll blow me away. But if there's any studio that needs everyone's prayers, it's BioWare, man. I hope against hope that it works out.
I like that. I hope so too. but I don't think it'll.
I don't think so.
I don't think it'll pan out.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, I think Blue Point has the most potential. Kojima Games can go anywhere he wants.
I didn't even think about Kojima. Yeah,
he can go
Kojima
anywhere.
Games.
I would like just a port of PT, honestly. Like, I don't care if it's remade or anything. Just let me play it.
I'd pay $10 for that.
Pay $30 to play that.
I'd pay $31 for that.
Okay. Be 60.
Calm down.
Yeah, I want to see where Naughty Dog goes. Because they are doing that multiplayer Last of Us 2.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
The Scavengers
That's
or
what
whatever.
they're working on right now, huh?
Yeah. Or somebody's working on it. Probably one of their teams. And yeah, God of War, I want to see what they do. I'm excited for Horizon 2. But where does Guerrilla go? Because Guerrilla, I think, has multiple teams. Where do they go after Horizon? Like, hopefully I want to know. Back to FPS. I can't wait for this year or the year after when we start seeing the beginnings of what Guerrilla's on next, what Naughty Dog is on next. I want to see Ghost of Tsushima 2.
Oh yeah, Sucker Punch, huh?
You know, I want them to. You know, I've always thought this. I think Blue Point or somebody is going to have to remaster the Infamous one.
I think so.
I think that's probably I mean, just with the technology now, that'd be a crazy game. Like, imagine Spiderman, but it's Infamous.
I'd like to see a new Infamous, and I'd like to appreciate it. That's a game that we really need to go back and do. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the next game we should do after the ones we've already got lined up.
Yeah.
Have you replayed it recently?
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. We'll do it in 6 months.
I don't think it ages well.
That's not good.
But like, what if Sony just gave Insomniac the job of doing Infamous? They already got the open world superhero thing down.
Oh yeah.
So.
And I could see other superhero games becoming a thing. Not that I'm super keen on it, but I could see that, you know.
Yeah.
But this has been a great episode.
This has been an awesome episode.
I hope that you guys have enjoyed the Video Game Awards. I know our opinion carries lots of weight.
Yes.
Jeff Keighley, if you want to come sit on the futon with us, you can learn a couple things.
Kojima kisses my feet at night.
That might just be me. But we're grateful for everyone who listened this much, and we're super just excited for the next year of games.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to be crazy.
You're going to see a couple world premieres coming up soon.
Yes. I want to see Ratchet and Clank, but just that one demo over and over again.
That's what I see in my dreams. I'm very excited. So, we're grateful to everyone for listening, and we can't wait to see you again next time on the next episode of Futon Talks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Give what you can, boy. subscribe for more content. Thank you, boy.
Don't be sorry. Be better. Atreus. Look. A Patreon.
Okay, Dad.
Go give them your money.
I'll do it. I love you, Dad.
Boy, to me.